All right, so let's take a look at this one here. So a bakery uses 8 tablespoons of honey for every 10 cups of flour. So that seems like an important piece of information here. Okay, to make bread dough. Some days they bake bigger batches and some days they bake smaller batches. But they always use the same ratio of honey to flour. Complete the table as you answer the questions. Be prepared to explain your reasoning. Okay? So, usually I draw this out, but I think to kind of keep it simple here, I think we've seen the visual enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a fraction. So I'm going to put 8 tablespoons. So 8 tablespoons. 8 tablespoons. Tablespoons. I think that's how you do the shortened version of it. For every 10 cups. Every 10 cups of flour. So that is the ratio that is represented, or the fraction that is represented here. But what I like to do is I like to actually make it the simplest form, right? So 8 tablespoons and 10 cups can actually be simplified to, if I divide the top and bottom by 2, whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom, and then 4 teaspoons, 8 teaspoons divided by 2 is 4 teaspoons. Actually, we can divide it by 4 and we could even simplify it even more. So divided by 4, and that is going to be 2 teaspoons. Actually, you can't do that. That doesn't make sense. Whoops, sorry. It can be 2. I think 2 is the most it can get. Yeah. So that would be 4 teaspoons. 4 teaspoons. And I don't know why there's a B in my teaspoon. Anyways, and then 5 cups. Okay, so for every 4 teaspoons there are 5 cups, right? And so if you want to see a visual, I'll just show you a visual real quick. So 8 teaspoons, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then 10 cups, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. That could be divided into 4 teaspoons and 5 cups. So it will be divided into 4 cups, like that. 4 cups, or 5 cups and 4 teaspoons, like that. So this represents this entire thing, but if I divide it into 2 groups, like I did here, 4 teaspoons, so I got 4 teaspoons, 1 2 3 4, and then 5 cups, 1 2 3 4 5 cups, right there. So that is the visual representation of that. And so now we want 20, right? 20 teaspoons. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this most simplified form, teaspoons and 10 cups. And how do I get 20, right? So 4 times what is equal to 20? So if I multiply by 5, 4 teaspoons times 5 is 20 teaspoons. 20 teaspoons. And then 10 cups times 5 is 50 cups. 50 cups, right? So the answer is going to be, for the flour, this is going to be 50 cups of flour, right there. And if I wanted to check my answer, I go here, check the answer, and then 25 cups of flour. Whoops, this should be 5. Yeah. So 5 times 5 is 25 cups. Yeah. So this should be 25. My bad. Yeah. So 4 teaspoons, for every 4 teaspoons there are 5 cups, right? For every 4 teaspoons there are 5 cups. I multiply the top and bottom by 5, right? And then 20 teaspoons is equal to 25 cups, okay? So that is the answer for that one. So I'll show you the visual just one last time. So 20 teaspoons, right? So this circle thing represents teaspoons. Actually, instead of circles, I'll make a T to make it easier. So T, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So that's 8 teaspoons, right? And then we need a couple more. So I'm gonna do that. Let me see if I can just do the separation of that. Nope. Copy and paste. Actually, I'm going to resize this a little bit. Copy and then paste. Okay. So currently I have 20 teaspoons. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I just need one more set. And then this will be, I guess, the last time I show you the visual, because the visual is kind of slow, even though it is important. So if you take a look, I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 teaspoons, right? 20 teaspoons. That means that this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 cups. 25 cups right there. So same deal, right? For me, now let's do 13 cups, 13 teaspoons. Now, this was where it gets a little bit, right? A little bit confusing here. So I got 4 teaspoons, and then 5 cups. And then now the question is, how about the 13? What if I have 13 teaspoons? 13 teaspoons, right? How do I figure that out, right? So 4 times what, right? 4 times what is equal to 13? So let's take a look. 14 times what is equal to 13? 4 times what is equal to 13, right? Because we know that 4 times 3 is equal to 12, right? 4 times 3 is equal to 12. But we don't know what 4 times what is equal to 13, because that's a fraction. So this question mark is going to be a fraction. And so what we do now is we get a handy dandy calculator. I don't know why I said it like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to do actually the opposite of multiplication. We're going to actually divide. So 13 divided by 4. So 13 divided by 4 is equal to 3.25, right? So this number is actually 3.25. And you're like, Mr. Kim, I don't believe you. Well, I'll show you right now. 3.25. So we go 4 times 3.25. So I'm going to do 4 times 3.25. And then voila, you see, 13, right? So in order for you to find this number, all you have to do is you got to divide this number by that number, and then you get this number, right? So then 4 times 3.25 is 13 teaspoons. So 4 times 3.25 is 13 teaspoons. So then what we need to do also is we have to do that to the bottom, and times 3.25, and 5 cups times 3.25. 5 times 3.25 is 16.25. 16.25 cups. Right? 0.25, by the way, is a fourth, if you guys didn't know that. Now, if I have 13 teaspoons, I have 16.25 cups. So I have 16.25 cups. That is the answer for that one. Let me see if I can show you algebraically. Oh, well, I'm going to skip the visual for this one because it's going to be a little bit confusing here. So that's how you do the, when this isn't like a clean whole integer number, you just divide the 2 numbers and then you'll get it right here. Okay. And then finally, let's do the 20. So I got 8 teaspoons, or once again, I got 4 teaspoons, that's equal to 5 cups. So this time I'm giving 20 flours, right? 20 cups of flour. So 20 cups of flour. So 5 times what is equal to 20? So 5 times what is equal to 20 cups? All right, 5 times what is equal to 20 cups? It's 4, right? So we have 4, so times 4. And so the answer is going to be 16 teaspoons. And the answer is going to be 16 teaspoons. Okay? So let's check our answer. Let's see if I did all of this correctly. I think they have more numbers here, but 13 is 16.25, okay? And then 20 is 25, so 20 is 25, and 16 is 20. 16 is 20. Yep, got it all right. So what is the proportion relationship represented by this table? The proportion relationship represented by this table is the relationship between tablespoons of honey and cups of flour. And so if you look at here, the relationship between the number of tablespoons of honey and the number of cups of flour is proportional. So that is actually what we're talking about here. So that is the relationship that is represented. All right, well, I hope that helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.